I'm going to call to order the Canterbury Board of Selectmen regularly scheduled meeting Tuesday, October 20th, 2017. Community room, attendance Martin, John Lane, Judy taking the minutes. You could join me in the pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we got more of a long agenda tonight. John commented on that. He's got me on the clock. He says we can do this in 3 minutes. All right, item 1 is to approve minutes from the Board of Selectmen meetings on October 6, 2020. Got a second on that? Second. Any discussion, corrections? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye. Okay, well, that goes into the books for posterity. Number 3 on the agenda, tax refund for Pescatello, Kevin J. Number $31.15 to 93-4000. Second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. COVID update. This is probably the one that's the most interesting item for last Thursday evening. Canterbury was added to the list of red towns, which was a positivity rate of 15 per 100,000. Now, of course, the state of Connecticut, being what they are, they did not bother to inform the first selectman's office or the superintendent's office in advance of this. So I have very little appreciation for that. It'd be nice to loop us in before you make it public so we can start crafting our response. But having said that, Friday morning, as you can imagine, it was interesting. The first phone call I had was from Sue Starkey, the Department of Health, who reached out to me, and I actually told her I hadn't even made it out to the office yet. We spoke and spoke about the positivity rate, spoke about the number of cases in Canada, we spoke about the population. Essentially, her perspective on it was that because we have such a small population, it does not take that many positive cases to bump it up. We discussed the phase 2 versus phase 3 reopening, and we're in phase 3 now, and on her advice and talking it through, we opted to stick at phase 3 reopening. So I informed the Commissioner Lehman at the Department of Economic and Community Development, and I'm going to work closely with Sue on that to monitor this and see how it's going. But phase 3, I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine with that. I did notify the SFC Little League and requested that they cancel the remainder of their fall ball season, and there was no problem doing that. I spoke with my Pastor Nate in Calvary Chapel, just as he gets a large turnout there, trying to track down Pastor Cheryl over at Congregational Church. I can't do that to speak to her, just to give her a heads up, but they're still holding services outside both of those congregations. Discussed it with the rec department, and just said for the time being, hold back on any programs that we have planned. And probably most importantly, on Monday, having a discussion with Natalie Elston, the county clerk, Monday afternoon, we decided that we would, until November 5th, which is a couple days after the election, we were going to close the town hall to most foot traffic. Again, it's looking like it was back in March, April, and May, where come to the door, call, send emails, we'll take care of you. The big concern there was in town, we have 2 people that are qualified to process absentee ballots, one being Natalie Elston and Joe Bissett for assistant. If one went down with COVID or had a quarantine, wasn't in the office, we could probably manage. If we lost both of those, I would be calling up Denise Merrill at the Secretary of State's office, asking for some sort of ballot swap team, because we'd have to get the absentee ballots processed and out to the voter. So I think by limiting the amount of foot traffic in here, that'll help that. Job 1, I was speaking to Neil Dupont this afternoon. Job 1 for me now is to ensure that the election in 2 weeks' time goes off smoothly without a hitch. That's job 1. Everything else can go up to the back burner, and that's why we made that decision. So I hope people understand that, and using the volume to make sure the ballots get out, with the election on time, and everybody gets that chance to vote and exercise their right. Hopefully, we have been back and forth speaking with the Department of Health, Steve Review, the superintendent, things are good up at the schools. Hopefully, I talked to the mini radio, and I was supposed to go on NBC 30. I don't know, I probably ended up on the cutting room floor, which is a good thing, because if my wife saw my hair on TV, she'd chase me out of the house. But the point I've been trying to get across to everyone is the 3 W's: wash your hands, wear your mask, and watch your distance and your spacing, and maintain that social distancing, as well as if you are invited to a gathering, don't go. And don't host a party at all. Let's try to get this through, because we control whether this virus spreads in our community more, or whether we can tamp it down. And the control on that is in our hands. And so if we exercise some due diligence and good judgment, we can probably see those numbers come down over a few weeks' time and get back to passes for normal here in Canada. So I think that's the COVID update. I probably missed 1 or 2 things on there, but I think in a nutshell that describes where we are, where we're going, and how we might get there. So anything to add to that, Mark, John?
I mean, sure it's the case, but just to clarify, just in case, and in terms of election day, it's gonna be the same kind of voting setup as.
Okay, same as the primary, so we're gonna have, and one thing to add to that, you mentioned election day, one thing we are going to do is we're going to be closing the town hall offices on election day, because we have a lot of people coming through, so there's no sense in being open. But it's gonna be coming to the front door, vote, and then out the side door. And, hopefully it'll move smoothly. We're gonna have 1 line coming in, then break it off into 2 lines. We have all the disinfecting here. I think they had a pretty good run through, although not as big a turnout, a pretty good run through with the primaries.
Yeah. I guess I want people to make sure people know it is good for voting.
Oh, yeah,
I assume that people will know that just because.
Yeah, I think, we've been getting a lot of absentee ballots coming in, but also a lot of people aren't, they're ready to come in, they're ready to vote. Yeah.
Typically, people set up outside.
Well, that's a conversation between both political parties will do that. Now, my takeaway with the way things are going now is I will probably suggest to the Republicans, don't bother setting up, because it's not the time where you're gonna want to shake a lot of hands. We want the people to get in and out as quickly as possible. I would frown wholeheartedly against sharing donuts. I know the Democrats usually have a more elaborate spread, so I go over for you guys now and again. But
We're only gonna share with Republicans.
But sharing utensils and that close contact of your utensil, I'm gonna recommend that the Republicans probably don't do that. That'll be up to the Democrats what they want to do. I think at the end of the day, they're not gonna change anyone's mind on how they're voting.
And I don't know if there was any utensils today. Assuming, I mean, I know a lot of times people come in here too, at the end of.
Yeah, no, we can't really allow those big crowds in. If people want to hang out outside, we can open the doors and we can shout out what they are. But yeah, we want to keep the foot traffic down to the number of people in here down to a minimum. I know they've already got a pretty good roster of volunteers and workers for election day, so I think that's all taken care of, and it'll be good to go.
And I know that last meeting had started to encourage all the boards to meet in person rather than.
I'm still leaning towards that, because we are not in a room with 100 people when we're doing that. I know the Board of Finance has a meeting tomorrow, and we're gonna be here. I think some people will be zooming in on that, but I'm still kind of pushing towards that. I know, I was thinking about that today, and I'll play it out by ear, and come November, if we're still at an elevated level, I won't push that too strongly. But I know the Board of Ed met on Tuesday in person. The Board of Ed Policy Committee met this afternoon at the school in person, so.
You just have to be careful about the public participation aspect.
Yeah.
Because if they're not, or if they are meeting in person, but the public's not allowed in, that's an issue.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's.
Yeah, no, we allow the public in for the meeting, yeah.
I think that needs to be clarified, but I know that it's clear that public wanted to do it, but it's, so.
Yeah, I think I
I
know,
saw the thing out winning that the town offices are closed.
Yeah.
I assumed it was the whole building that would extend to.
not necessarily. Yeah, and that's why on our agenda, what meetings are now open to the public for those that see them. So that's still, but if we're,
We're still open to the public.
yeah, the office is on that side, yeah, but if you want to come in for a meeting, we'll let people in, they can come in through those doors.
Some just worry about people not understanding that. The fact that, access to.
We advertise for the meetings, because they're open to the public. I think I'm gonna trust that most people will get it. And we'll see, if this positivity rate continues up, then we'll just scale that back, and let people go back to the Zoom meeting, but I don't see that much. If the Board of Ed can meet, the kids can go to school, I think we can all meet in person, safely. We don't normally get, except for budget season, we don't normally get a big turnout at the meeting anyway. Board of Ed will get a contentious issue. Nobody else, I think last time I said to someone, geez, the Board of Finance meeting, we let them go, they took needles and stuck it in their eyes instead, so. Halloween, thank you. Trunk or treat still on? COVID treat, yeah, trunk, yeah, now, and we're doing the drive-by trunk or treat, so that, there's gonna be, no contact, we're not having that contact when people walk around, to drive by, the kids stay in the car, and be able to hand off their trick or treat to them, the Halloween treat to them, so, yeah, that's still good, I think by doing that drive-by, we should be okay, minimal risk, and the Lions as well as the Firehouse are both keen on doing that, it's pretty good, and I think the library will set up and active with something to hand out as well, so she'll be okay. I think we'll be good with that, yeah. All right, since we have no public tonight, see, I missed it, last time we had Don Wolfer. Oh, I forgot it, I was gonna add, one thing here, it's kind of like a top 10 list, and I was gonna add the email of the month, and unfortunately, I left it on my desk, but I will paraphrase, and I guess once you send an email to my office, because it is FOI, it's out there for the public, but I think higher residents of the email. This is sometimes I'll preface this, sometimes John and Mark will look at me and Julie, maybe other people and say, why does he look at me? I think for these reasons. This email shows up, and I was accused of inviting COVID onto our village, among other things. And so I read these things, and if you didn't have
Thanks a lot.
yeah, you didn't have, first of all, we're not a village, we're a town. Yeah, secondly, I did not invite it came from someplace else, but you read this stuff sometimes, you shake your head, and you get, oh my God, this is nuts. So that was going to be my new segment, the email of the month, whether positive or negative, I was just going to share it with everybody, but that was this week, Monday morning or Sunday, I was home, I opened up my phone, and I read that, and I just shake my head, and that's it. I really
Did it elaborate any further, or just?
Well, you see, it went on from there. I invited COVID onto our village. It's because someone did something and had a bunch of people over, and it's all my fault, and I did it for votes or money or some such nonsense. And it just, I mean, you can't make this stuff up, but I just like to share that because, sometimes when I look the way I do, some people can realize there's a reason for it. That
Votes in a non-election year for select.
yeah, and I think at the end, it said something to the effect of we going to forward this to, state's attorney general Blumenthal, which I said, good luck with that one. Because, but anyway, I don't know, you can't make this stuff up and laugh at it, it's just, sometimes it's.
I'll keep up the good work.
No, thank you. On that note, anything else, John, Bart, Judy, something from over that side? Come on, you never contribute. I want to see you down in the minutes of contributing.
You can be public comment.
On that note, how about a motion to adjourn? All right, we got that at 7:17. Thank you.
minutes.
I know, I started talking, I got 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes on COVID, but that's important, and,
Somebody invites it so we can talk about it.
There you go.
yeah, it's,
It was-